except for the attack.
My son Paul was shot and killed.
My son Alex was shot and killed in Aurora, Colorado in 2012.
Miss you, Alex. We are all survivors.
An America free from gun violence means praying with your community instead of having the country pray for your community.
It means leaving a concert with the lyrics of a favorite song stuck in your head, not the sounds of flying bullets.
It means going to class to learn instead of learning to stay in your dorm during a lockdown.
It means watching your loved one get mental health care instead of easy access to firearms.
Chris Dworet, Aaron Weiss, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Hoyer, Kara Loughran, Gina Montalto, Joaquin Oliver, Elena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Alex Schachter, Carmen Shentrup, and Peter Wang. Let us all pause for a moment of silence to honor these affected. Thank you.
You threw my city away. You tore down the walls and opened up all the gates. You ruined this town. You burned all of the bridges and slowly let us drown. But you're not gonna knock us down. We'll get back up again. You may have hurt us, but I promise we'll be stronger. And I'm not gonna let you in. We're putting up a fight. You may have brought the dark, but together we will shine the light. And whoa, it'll be something special. Whoa, we're gonna shine.
We're gonna stand tall, gonna raise up our voices so we never, never fall. We're done with all your little games. We're tired of hearing that we're too young to ever make a change. Make a change.
You're not gonna knock us down. We'll get back up again.
You may have hurt us, but I promise we'll be stronger. And we're not gonna let you in. We're putting up a fight. You may have brought the dark, but together we will shine a light.
We can hug a little harder, love a little more, laugh a little louder. We can stand up and roar.
We all come together, we'll be alright. Stand up for one another, and we'll never give up the fight.
We refuse to be ignored by those who will not listen.
The smallest words can make the biggest difference. Demand action from your politicians.
Be the voice for those who don't have one.
Everyone deserves to be safe.
We won't go to school in fear.
Together we have the power to change the world. You're not gonna knock us down. We'll get back up again. You may have hurt us, but I promise we'll be stronger. And
We're not gonna let you win. We're putting up a fight. You may have brought the dark, together we will shine the light.
you're not gonna knock us down. We'll get back up again. You may have hurt us, but I promise we'll be stronger. And we're not gonna let you in. We're putting up a fight. You may have brought the dark, together we will shine a light. Whoa, we will be something special. We will shine.
Life Up and National Action Network, I stand here today with other community-based organizations and across the NYC area that extend gun violence prevention and help beyond the hospital and into communities. If we are together for senseless violence due to gun violence, we should stand in one accord to take action. Mentally ill and continue to fight for justice for all. Thank you. So when I say guns down, you say life up. Guns down. Life up. Guns down. Life up. Guns down. Life up. Guns down. Life up. Now I'm gonna introduce you to Guns Down, Life Up as they come up. Thank you.
Future president.
Megan Bonner.
Hello, my name is Megan Bonner. I'm a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. I was in my math class on the second floor of the freshman building, also known as the 12,000 building, when everything went down. I was on the second floor when I heard the first couple of shots. There had been a rumor going through the school that there would be a drill that nobody knew about and they would shoot blanks to scare us. I looked at the kid next to me, seeing as I was the second one closest to the door, and told him to close the door, which was the procedure for the code red drills. I then started texting my friend because I didn't want to scare my parents. He was already evacuated by Westblades, he told me. I kept myself calm because the kids next to me were freaking out. I figured if everyone starts freaking out, then nothing would get done, and I knew I needed to stay calm to help in any way I could. We shut off the lights and ran to the corner of the classroom. My teacher peeked his head out of the class to grab any kids in the hallway, and luckily the kid who just gone to the bathroom made it back. If he was a second later, he'd be laying on the ground outside of our class. I ended up texting my parents, I don't know if this is a drill or not, but someone with a gun is in our school. They later told me their stomachs dropped as they read that message. My mom then texted me that it was real and told me to stay where I was. I was convinced that nothing would happen to me because the kid I told to close the door was standing next to the door. I remember him telling us that he wouldn't let the shooter in no matter what. Another boy joined him. I felt protected by two 15-year-old boys who promised to do anything in their power to keep my class safe. Then the shooter banged on our door trying to get in as he ran up and down the hallway. Those boys who never moved an inch. I can't remember much else I was feeling in that moment because I was in shock, had caused me to black out. I felt numb. I felt like time had slowed down and I was sitting in that room for hours. When we were finally let out of the building by SWAT, a police officer pulled me and my friend over to the side because he saw we were in our JROTC uniforms. He asked if we knew Nick Cruz and told us that he was a shooter. I wasn't surprised. I was 15 years old when I knew Nick Cruz wasn't okay. The first time I spoke to him, I knew something was wrong with him. And I know I'm not the only one who felt this way. He was reported many times from my friends. He was stalking and threatening physical harms to my friends, and nothing was ever done or reported. My friends went home not feeling safe, not knowing what he could be doing. One of my friends and a fellow JROTC member, Elena Petty, we called her Junior Petty, Little Petty. She always had a smile on her face and always seemed happy, like nothing could bother her. She was such a nice, kind-hearted kid. I remember waking up the next morning and feeling so empty. Parkland felt empty. I remember seeing on Snapchat that she was missing, and I kept thinking that she would be okay and they would find her. But the next morning I found out that she died, and I couldn't stop crying. The adults failed us, and now 17 people are dead. 14 kids I saw every day from elementary school to middle school and then high school that are never gonna live the life I have the privilege of living. This will never leave me. It has been over a month and I still can't wrap my head around what happened that day. There's so much more that could have been done to prevent this. I want to see change. I don't want to feel unsafe in school anymore. I want to see change.
We may not yet have reached our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. Tonight.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
Well, let that lonely feeling wash away.
All we see is light.
'Cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand and hold.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away. No matter what they tell you,
someone will come running to take you home.
Raise a glass to all of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight.
Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking, and all is new.
All is new.
All is new.
It's only a matter of time. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found. And when our children tell their story,
you will be found.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Whoa.
No matter what they tell you,
tomorrow there'll be more of us,
telling the story of tonight. The story of tonight.